Hey guys, this is the Player V, and I'll be making a video about the Yu-Gi-Oh ban list and the Konami petition bullshit going on. So, I made this video because I've seen so many people bitching about this ban list, and I'm just sick of it. So, here's the ban list. I just did this because showing you the list is stupid. So, banned is Global, Spore, Shoot, and Trish. So, these cards got banned because they want to stop plants. Plants were all sync, and they were easy synchros, and they took away the big mama of the synchros, Trish, and it's just smart. They want to push Exceed, so they'll do it, but they won't get rid of Trish forever. I'm pretty sure Trish will come back sooner or later. I bet it's not going to be perma banned. I know it. Same thing with Shoot. It won't be perma banned. Limited to one, TG Striker and Agent Earth. Earth was Stratos, right? Antonio Stratos, yeah. It was a searcher, and I see this happen all the time. Any searchers they ban to one, and it's gonna happen with the sacred cards that are coming out. That one sacred, can you play them? You get any sacred card from your deck to your hand. To two is Lumina, Marshmallow, Tengu. Now Lumina because they love Lightsworn. I don't know why Marshmallow did 2. Put that shit to 3. Tengu, again, that was more plant help. E-Telly to 2. I love Psychics. I love that deck. But nobody plays it, so they were like, you know what, fuck it. They need something, so we'll give them E-Telly. Level limit area B is a 2, but I don't see a point of that. I mean, if you play with the Exceeds, you might as well go Gravity Bind. It's way better than level limit, but whatever. 6 amps topped twice now, and this will just give them extra. Another Dark Hole. That's pretty much what this is. Ultimate Offering at 2, I'm guessing to stop gadgets, but gadgets don't play anything. So I'm guessing it has to do something with the OCG, because they must be doing something with this card that's way better than whatever the hell we're thinking. And this Call of the Haunt is now 3, so there's that. I mean, whatever. It's good. They didn't hit Monster Reborn, so you have possibly, if you'd play 3, I don't know who would play 3 calls and a monster, but you have a possibility of 4 reborns, minusing the opponent's grave. But other than that, thanks. So I'm going to talk about this ban list. Is fine. Reason? The top decks. It's 3 top decks: Windups, Dino Rabbit, and Insectors. Not in any order, just those are the top 3. Now, people are bitching because they're tops, and people are going to bitch that they're top decks because, well, they're top decks. I mean, it's always happened. They always bitch when anything tops. And the difference between that and past ban lists is, in past ban lists there's been 1 or 2 good decks. This is 3 decks, and Insectors are dirt cheap because they're coming rare. The cards you need are rare, super rare, and common. Those are the cards you need, and they're coming common, and this deck will be cheap to make. Dino Rabbit, Cabasules and Sabersauruses were 10 cents, 5 cents a piece. And without freaking Sabersaurus and Cabazool, this fucking Rescue Rabbit shit doesn't even work. So, yeah. And windups are just good. I mean, you could buy a freaking, what's that? The booster box? Not the booster box, what's that thing called? The starter deck, and get windups from it. Come on, these decks are not expensive. They become expensive when you want to top with them, when you need freaking tour guide and all those cards. But really, these are really cheap decks to make. They're overpowered beyond belief. I've played with each deck except windup. I use a different type of windup deck, but I've played with each deck, and they're unbelievably good, and I see why people don't like them. But they're good decks, but there's 3 of them. If they go up against each other, they're not as easy to be good with. Now, I'm gonna be talking about this petition, but while I talk about it, I don't think you guys want to hear just watch a screen, so I'll just put this on. Okay. Now this petition. Now what people aren't understanding is that Konami doesn't need Yu-Gi-Oh. I did research on Google, the wiki sites and everything, and they do not need Yu-Gi-Oh. They don't give a fuck about Yu-Gi-Oh. It's true. Because Yu-Gi-Oh, not Yu-Gi-Oh, Konami makes animes, slot machines, arcade cabinets, video games. The video games we're talking about is freaking Metal Gear Solid, Dance Dance Revolution, Castlevania, Silent Hill. These made them money. Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't make them anything. Konami was made in 1969. That means for 30 years, because Yu-Gi-Oh came out in 1999, they started producing the cards. For 30 years, they were not sitting on their ass waiting for friggin' Yu-Gi-Oh to come to them. They know how to make money. They do not need Yu-Gi-Oh. A statistic said that from the time Yu-Gi-Oh was made in 1999, the cards were being made from 1999 till now, it's made $18 billion. Now that sounds like a lot, $18 billion. That's 13 years. Konami makes $10.8 billion a year. So in 2 years, they've already made more than Yu-Gi-Oh has made in 13 years. You gotta understand that. Every year, Yu-Gi-Oh makes them about $1.3 billion, not including taxes, the amount to make the cards, which each card costs them 10 cents to make. They spend $2.26 billion to make cards a year. Also, advertising the packs when they come out, play testing, balancing, when they have to do tournaments, when they have to do prizes, anything that's Yu-Gi-Oh related, they take out of the revenue from the cards. So, I mean, $1.3 billion a year, you think it's a lot, but they still make another $9 billion from other stuff. This includes Metal Gear Solid 4 in the first year that it came out, made $3.24 billion. Dance Dance Revolution made about $2 billion when it came out, and this is a year. It's trumping Yu-Gi-Oh in every way. And trust me, Konami doesn't need the shit that people put up, that people were saying. The petition to change the ban list and say, oh, Konami doesn't care. They do not care. They don't. And it's you can easily tell they don't care. Why? Because if they stop having to make Yu-Gi-Oh cards, then they don't have to play test. They don't need to print the cards. They don't need to do all this extra work. Make cards. The artwork for the cards isn't, they don't have a copy machine where they're printing out card pictures. Our original artwork for the cards, when they have to do through legal finances with other fucking places like America and stuff, they have to change the artwork all the time. Like they make Gaga girls freaking dress longer because, American children might fap to it for some fucking reason, some stupid shit. And this happens every ban list. People will adapt. It's Yu-Gi-Oh. It's a thinking game. It's a luck game. People will adapt. They'll make a new deck. They'll see a way to beat it. New cards are coming out. It's 6 months. You know how many packs come out? How many different things come out in 6 months? Who knows? People might be freaking, now that freaking E-Telly's at 2, people might see, holy shit, that Psychic are good now because this new pack that came out, fucking Titan's Balls or whatever the fuck they're gonna call it, has some super broken shit. It's broken for now because there's no packs coming out yet that show anything different. So people are gonna play these 3 decks and there's nothing people can do. And people just, people are trolling this shit saying, oh, they don't care about us, they don't respect us as players, they're destroying the game. Listen, America doesn't make up the only population that plays this game. I don't know if you know where the championship is hosted. It's fucking Japan, Tokyo, some shit like that, Korea, because their player base is way bigger than ours ever be. Ever. They get cards that we don't get, and the only reason we get cards that they don't get is because, they're like, oh shit, yeah, that's right, America does give us some money. So they'll give you an exclusive card like Tour Guide or some shit in Tengu or whatever. And people are always gonna hate the top tier decks because they get their ass beat by them. But just make a different deck. Play freaking dueling network until you get a good deck. Look, I'm playing freaking Gusto Fusion and Water Windups with freaking Sharks. And it's been working great for me. I've even gone up against Insector Dinos and all that shit. You just side for the cards that you know they're going to be played, and you freaking play the game. And if you don't like it, then just freaking wait it out. If you really don't like this ban list, and it starts today, I guess, because by the time I posted this today, then honestly just freaking go buy Mass Effect 3 on Tuesday, or freaking buy Street Fighter vs. Cross Tekken, which I'll be getting and playing the shit out of. Fuck Yu-Gi-Oh! For that week. Be playing the shit out of that and whipping ass, but people aren't gonna give up. So relax, enjoy the ban list, play the game, and just really understand that Konami doesn't need Yu-Gi-Oh! It doesn't need the pressure, and the petition is not gonna go anywhere because not enough people give a fuck about Yu-Gi-Oh! To write some bullshit petition. So get over it and just enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! As it is. So, I don't know, make a Yu-Gi deck and play Dark Magician, or play Blue Eyes, or just make freaking Blue Eyes decks. That's hilarious. Make people decks, play fun decks, and play at your locals. And if you play against someone who uses the decks you don't like, I don't know, jump them and take their cards, and there you go. You don't have to bitch anymore. So that's all I had to say about this. So rate, subscribe, like, punch, face, click an ad. I don't care what you do. Just that's my message. It's the Player V, signing out.